Hello, hello. I'm testing out a new live stream setup with a different camera, and let's see how let's see how this works out. Let me know if you can hear everything, if you can hear the guitar, if you can hear my voice. And then in the chat box, let me know where you're from. And I have there. All clear. Okay. Let's start off with a jam. Why don't we? I've been recording some all new tunes for my upcoming video demos. One is going live, I think, later tonight or tomorrow night. But yeah, so some of these songs will be featured in those video demos. So tonight I'm just jamming because I don't have a gig, and when I don't have a gig, I do this live stream. Now, if I can find my backing track folder, that'd be perfect. Yeah, and then some of these tracks I haven't played before, so it'll be interesting how this works out. Okay. Stop. Okay, cool. Then. Okay, here we go. Jam number 1. Before I start, if you have any comments or questions, put them in the chat box, and then after the jam, I will scan through them quickly and I will answer questions. Unfortunately, I'm going to keep shout outs to a minimum because there's a lot of music to be had, and I want to focus on questions. And of course, if you have a burning question or comment that you want me to see or you want me to address directly, you can always use the super chat function. So there you go. Here we go. Whoops. Oh, a lot of hairy spots there. But, whatever. It's a jam and it's live. So basically, you're just watching me practice. Okay. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Uh, oh no, where'd everybody go? Okay, there it is. I'm gonna put you here. I'm gonna put you here. Sorry, too many windows and just one monitor. I need to get another one. Okay, so let's see. What are we doing? Oh, okay. A couple of things real quickly. Next week, I will be going to Dallas, Texas. For all of you who are in Texas, I will be there for the Dallas International Guitar Festival from May 3rd to May 5th. And then I have two shows. The first show will be May 3rd at Guitars and Growlers in Richardson, Texas for Sully Guitars Night. So you will be, if you are there, come check out the music, come check out the guitars, kind of like this guitar right here, the Sully Guitars Conspiracy Series. And I'll be playing with Sully Guitars artists Adam Nunez and Justin Holt. And then John Sullivan himself will be playing as well. So it's going to be like a fun-filled guitar night. And I assume a lot of notes will be shredded on that stage. Okay. And then Guitars and Growlers is also a very, very good craft beer place. So yeah, I'm going to get my craft beer fill that night. Oh, okay. And then the next show would be the night after, May 4th. I'll be playing at the Bear Bay Seafood Kitchen in Plano, Texas, and I will be joined by the DFW Pinoy musicians there. So we'll be playing a bunch of stuff as well. And then yeah, I think this is turned to be an annual thing for me because I was there last year. Again, Sully Guitars Night, the very first one. And then I had a gig with the Filipino community as well. So hopefully next year we'll do it again. Okay, so if you are in Dallas, Texas, May 3rd, Guitars and Growlers. May 4th, Bear Bay Seafood Kitchen. Admission is free to both events, so come on over and say hi. And, check out the guitars, check out the music. Come meet me. Okay, I'm going to go to the chat. And let's see. Hello. Okay, everybody can hear me. Good. Okay, from TWF7847, what pickups are in your Sully guitar? This particular guitar has the stock pickups. Okay, that are made in Korea. So they actually sound pretty good right out of the box as soon as you get them. And if you can, if you go browse through my videos, the unboxing video for this guitar, I actually took it out of its box and took it straight to a gig and played a gig that night. The only thing I did was tune the guitar up, and it arrived playing perfectly and with great action and great sound. So that's a testament to how good these guitars are. Then you can coil split them too. Let me go to a clean sound. There it goes. That is the coil split neck pickup. And take out the chorus. Now, depending on my Sully guitar, like that one right there that I used in the last Faq'N Jam, those have Habanero pickups because that is the USA made, the USA handmade version of this guitar. This is made in Korea. This is the production model. That is the custom shop model. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Jeffrey Telmo, who makes the pickup for your Sully guitar? I just answered it. Sounds like Alnico 2 or 3 underwound and not potted. No, these are actually potted, and I'm I'm not sure if it's Alnico or ceramic, but they sound really good. They are PAF style, like an overwound PAF style. So not too hot, but not vintage voiced either. So it's great. Let's see. Good morning sa lahat ng nasa Pilipinas. Good morning to everybody. Um, okay, who else is here? Ordinary song. I don't know if I remember that song. Um, Mark Hagos, US na ba kayo based now? Kailan kayo uwi ng Pilipinas? At magkakonserte dito, sir. Yes, I am based in Los Angeles. I have been living here for the past 15 years. But I do go back and forth to the Philippines pretty much every year. Last year, I was there twice. This year, I might not be able to go back. There's no plans yet because I'm really busy here. I have a lot of shows and tours here in the U.S. June 15th to July 20th, I will be in Canada. I'll be joining Intro Voice. So the show is Intro Voice with Perf De Castro, and we have like eight. We're playing 8 cities in Canada. I will. Let me see if I can find the dates, and I will announce it a little bit later on. And then end of August to mid September, that is the exciting U.S. tour. River Maya with Perf De Castro will be touring the U.S. So right now the plans are to play New York, San Francisco, L.A., Dallas, Texas, and San Diego, California. So if you go to my Facebook page, there are already like teaser announcements floating here and there. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. Okay. Then hopefully I can go back to the Philippines sometime next year, 2020. Or actually may oras pa. If I can book something on October, November, you guys will be the first to know because I will announce it everywhere. If you haven't yet, make sure to follow me on my social media. So look for Perfecto De Castro on Facebook and at Perf De Castro on Instagram and Twitter. And of course, subscribe to this channel. Okay. RV plays music. How close are the sounds of the Headrush to amps and stomp boxes? Worth buying. Yes. Okay, I'm glad you asked. This is the Headrush Gigboard. You see in the right there. It's right beside me here, but it's like also right there. Yeah, it is very good. And if you haven't seen my Gigboard video yet, you should check it out. I have been using the Avid 11 rack for since 2008. Oh, 10 years now. Wow. So and it's always been featured in my videos and all that. And the Headrush uses uh the technology of Avid of the 11 rack, but even modernized and elevated. So yeah, unlike Line 6 and Axe Effects and all that, the 11 software does not have a lot of options. It doesn't have 5 kinds of Marshall or 10 kinds of Marshalls and all that. But what it does have are the very best models of each amp type, which is pretty much what you just need. Um, Same with the pedals. It doesn't have 15 different chorus pedals for you to choose from. It has maybe two or three, but those are the really good sounding ones, and those are the benchmarks. So it makes it easier for those of you who have who are very indecisive because these are here are the best sounding models of each pedal already, so that you don't have to spend too much time choosing. Okay. um it feels great. I mean, right now I'm plugged direct to my computer, and it responds just like a well recorded amp. Okay, here's a like a tube screamer type sound. Let me turn off the delay and the reverb and the compression so you can hear. That is the sound of it dry. Now the amp model is a Fender type, which is that's the clean sound. I really like it. I really like it a lot. What another thing that the Headrush products have that the Avid 11 Rock doesn't is the ability to use impulse responses. Okay, so right now I'm using an impulse response, a third party in no. Oh, I'm using one of the built-in impulse responses, and it sounds a lot better than the stock cabinet simulations. And you can load in your own impulse responses as well, so that's great. I also like how, despite being a multi-effect pedal, it's so minimalist looking because of you only have 4 buttons and 2 dials. Like, and then these dials are not multifunction. Like, this is just your master volume, right? This is to tweak the parameters if you don't want to use the touch screen. So you can push on it and then push to enter and then turn the knobs to change the parameter. So let's say like here, you can do that, and then if you push it out, this scrolls through the different parameters that you can tweak and all that. Okay, of course you can do the touch screen thing as well, so it's great. Yeah, so it's so minimalist, and then the buttons are multi-function. So depending on what setup you want. Let's say here I can go into stomp mode and I can turn on and off specific pedals. And then I can go to rig mode, which is it's like presets mode. So you can go put the preset here, and then these 2 buttons become up and down scroll buttons. And then of course there is also hybrid, which is a combination of rig mode and the stomp box mode. So you have control over 2 stomp boxes, right? And then this scrolls you through the different presets. And then you have a looper. Then you have a tuner, and that's pretty much it. So if you haven't yet, watch my Headrush Gigboard video. It's one of the newer ones, and then you'll see me build the rig from scratch, and you'll see how easy it is to handle. Okay. Sup, homies. Hey, Phil Carlin, how's it going, brother? Okay, let's see. Where am I? Kyle Jeron, gawa po kayo ng tutorial ng solo ng Princess of Disguise. I did not play on that record. I was already out of River Maya by the second album. Although we did play that song um, in my before I left. Actually, I have a really good solo on that song, but that never got recorded because I left the band already. Uh, let's see. Jeffrey Telmo, what make and gauge strings do you use? I use Curt Mangan strings, my signature set. Hold on, maybe I have. I don't have it here. Um, oh, hold on. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, these are the strings that I use. Okay. Curt Mangan Perf de Castro strings. The gauges are 10, 13, 18, 26, 38, and 50. These are available in the Philippines through Soundforge Manila. And then if you're in the US, you can buy them through curtmangan.com. Just go to the artist series strings. You can also, and then at the Curt Mangan website, they sell these in packs of 3. Okay. Um, if you want to buy just one set, you can go to my website, perfectodecastro.com, and go to the store. You can get these one pack at a time. Although the Curt Mangan website, it's a deal because packs of 3, it's like $22 or something like that. And then singles, they come out to like around $9 each. Yeah, so go check it out. I really like these strings. And then also, there's a bunch of videos here on my YouTube channel that where I subject these strings to like a torture test. Like I really tried breaking it after I really tried breaking a 3-week-old set by abusing the Floyd Rose, and it didn't break, and it was still in tune. So go check that out. Joel K. Raymar, can you play Smoke on the Water? No, because I will be hit by copyright. Have you guys seen the Jared Dines video? He was just humming it. He wasn't even playing it on guitar, and he got hit by a copyright strike, which is stupid. Okay, Van McGillicuddy. Johnny Rivers did a remake song Memphis. He hits a D or G note. Do you know this? No. I should check that out. I I'm not familiar with that. Seven Librando, Sir Perf, nakikinig din po ba kayo ng prog metal bands? Not really. Maybe a lit. Once in a while, I listen to Animals as Leaders. Who else? Dream Theater. Um, I I think I listened to Meshuggah once, but it's not on my regular playlist. Yeah, it's just preference. Mark Bandy, 37 Iceman Bade. Wow, that's a name. Sir, kung papalitan nyo ng pickup ang Sully, ano papalit mo? Tsaka ano string gauge? The string gauge question I already answered earlier. Right now, I don't feel the need to change these pickups, but if I were to change them, I would use DiMarzio. I really like the DiMarzio PAF 59s, but those are unpotted. So maybe I would change to the PAF 36th anniversary. I really like those. So really good. Okay. TVK 2006, kailan po kayo magma-masterclass sa PWU? Hopefully next uwi ko. Next time I'm in the Philippines, I always make it a point. If the schedule allows it, I always visit PWU. Mark Hagos, what's your advice? Buy expensive guitars or a nice amplifier? If you can, buy a good amplifier, buy a very nice amplifier. In fact, you can't go wrong with one of these. Hold on, where is that? One of that, the Victory V30, because that is portable and it is loud and it sounds great. As far as the guitar goes, buy a guitar that you're comfortable with. It doesn't have to be expensive. Like these guitars, the Sully Guitars, these are made in Korea, so it's made in the same factory as Chapman Guitars and LTD and PRS SE. So these are really good sounding guitars. And if you don't want to be spoiled, don't try out more expensive and handmade guitars, the really good ones, because that will spoil you for life. It's like eating. It's like really liking McDonald's, and then suddenly somebody lets you taste a gourmet Wagyu beef burger. That ruins McDonald's for you forever. Yeah. So anyway, I digress. So get a guitar that you're comfortable with, that you really like playing, and it inspires you to play, and then get a good amplifier. I mean, that's my advice. And don't look at price. Look for what it makes you feel. Okay. 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 Hi, sir. I'm a beginner. Can you give me a blues pattern? Blues pattern. Okay, let's try a blues pattern then. Okay, the secret to the blues lies in two notes. Okay, actually two shapes. Actually, no, it lies on one shape, and it's a two-note shape that lies in the middle of the string. So in the on the fourth and the third strings, and that is this shape right here. Okay, so right now this is the 5th fret and this is the 6th fret. Okay, this is called the tritone. This is the flat 7 and the major third. And it's that sound, that's ugly sound, right? And right now we are in A. So G is the flat 7 of A. And C sharp is the major third of A. Okay. That is the middle part of the A7 chord. Okay. So that should be your guide when you are navigating the blues, the flat 7 and the major third. Because when you go through a standard 12-bar blues pattern, this shape right here moves one fret at a time according to the chord progression. Okay, so if we're going to play a blues in A, and this is the one chord. When we go to the 7 chord, which is D, sorry, when we go to the 4 chord, which is a D7, you will see that this shape goes down a fret, right? So A, D7, A7, D7, same shape, back to A7, right? 1 chord, 4 chord, back to the 1 chord. Then when we go to the 5 chord, which is in A, that would be an E7. We go up 1 fret. Back to D7, back to A. Right? That is the key to the blues. Okay. 1 chord, 4 chord, back to the 1 chord, turn around, 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, right? Okay, now this shape translates anywhere on the neck. So this is A, D7, A, E7, A, D7, A7. If I play an A7 up here, look at that shape. This is the 11th fret and the 12th fret. But the notes are flipped now. So the lower note is actually C sharp and the higher note is G. If I go to D7, A7, E7, D7, A7. Okay? Now, what does that mean? Okay, so if you have been playing blues just by going then you pretty much know the A minor pentatonic scale already, right? So it's going to be a small adjustment so that you can follow the movement of the tritone across the 7th chords. So if you have a lick that goes like this, to make it fit even better over A7, see that? Or if you want to do a, let's change that. Okay. Now let's see. It might be hard to. Let's do a. Let me play it into a loop. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's wait for the loop to cycle. Okay, one chord, A7. D7. I'll play it up here. A little slower. Okay, so that is the key to the blues. Later on, just replay this video, and you can check it out some more in depth. Okay. Let's see. Jeffrey Tellman, what is the neck profile of that guitar? C, D, U, or asymmetrical? It has a compound radius fretboard from 12 to 16, I believe, and then the neck profile is like a wide C. It's very similar to like Jackson guitars. It's very similar to Jackson because Sully is heavily influenced by Jackson guitar, by Grover Jackson. Very comfortable. It's not like shredder, like really thin where you can't grab anything. It's thin enough to be comfortably fast and comfortable, but not too thin where it starts hurting your hand. Angelo Gabriel Coronel, where can I get that amp here in the Philippines? I'm not sure if Headrush has a dealer in the Philippines. Message Miko Ong on Facebook. He's the guitarist for Castigo and Fusebox. He also uses a Headrush. You can ask him where he bought his. Miguel! Oh, besos. Besos, compadre. How are you? You're the only one in the shop right now. Oh, I gotta visit you guys again soon. So Miguel is the resident guitar tech at Alva's Music right here in San Pedro, California. Hello, brother. Thanks for joining me in this live stream. Okay. Alv, sir, what do you recommend speaker amp for your Headrush Gigboard? Let's see. For modeling units such as this, it's best to run them into a full range speaker like a PA or something. I'm waiting for the Headrush FR 108 as my monitor. That way I can use that on gigs. Although I do have a lot of plans with the Headrush. I plan to integrate it with my Victory amp as well because it has external amp switching. So I'm going to build like different rigs for direct going direct to the board, such as what I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to build another set of rigs that incorporates a live amp or a live preamp. And then I'm going to have the signal split, where one side will go back to the effects return of the amp for my stage monitor, and then the other side will go to the front of house, and that will have cabin impulse responses and cabinet simulation. So I'm really excited. I had to order cables for it. They just arrived this afternoon, so I haven't tried it yet, but that's going to be the next on the list. Okay. Ulysses Obando, can you play melodic minor over blues? Um, Not a straight melodic minor, but a mode of the melodic minor, which is altered dominant scale. It's and I'm not a I'm not an expert on this because it's not rock sounding enough. But you can use the altered dominant, which is the hold on if hold on, let me think for a second. So. Oh, there you go. Okay, and that is the melodic minor of G. Where am I? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I think it's the altered dominant. I gotta brush up on that. But a melodic minor sounding scale over an A7 would be an altered dominant scale. Let's try that. Hold on. Turn this off. You know what you should do? You should look up Noel Mendez on Facebook and search his videos. He's been talking a lot. He's been teaching the altered dominant scale frequently recently. It's hard. Whoop. It's hard. Just play Mixolydian. I don't know. In my hands, it sounds Middle Eastern. Okay, enough of that. That's what I love about the guitar. There's always something new to learn and to work on. Okay. Harmonic minor. No, you can't play harmonic. Well, maybe you can. Hold on. No, you can't. On a blues. If you do a... No. Okay. Hello, Arm Guitars of Thailand. How's it going? Good to see you guys. John Murada, Sully Guitars are the only ones you don't put the margins on. Are Habaneros really that good? Yes, they are very good. They're very good. These guitars, I don't feel the need to modify or change pickups because they are good. And like I said, I don't change stuff just for the sake of changing it. I mean, if it works as it is, I keep it intact. Okay, yeah, everybody in the chat, say hi to Arm Guitars. They are based in Thailand. They produce these springs right here, the Jack Tamarat thermodynamic tremolo springs. I have these on a couple of my guitars, and I will be installing more on the other Floyd Rose. And they sound good, and they actually work. So it's a worthwhile modification to your guitars for that. Okay, let's do another jam. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to practice. Oh, hold on. I'm going to practice for my Sully Guitars night thing. And this will be one of the songs I'll be performing there. So let's see how this works out. Oh no, I gotta I gotta work on that some more. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Wish we had Sullys in the Philippines. I'm working on it. I've been trying to get Sully Guitars to be distributed in the Philippines. So it's it's a relatively unknown brand in the Philippines. That's why it's a little difficult. Um, but yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it definitely. However, you can go to his website and order directly from him, and I can give you a what do you call it? I can give you a tip on how to have it sent to the Philippines securely. Okay. Tips on how to properly hold the pick. It's easy. Well, it's simple. Um, if you, a lot of people, um, how do I say this? The way you hold the pick is personal. Okay, but there are a couple of things um, that you have to keep in mind. Okay, there's the old Mel Bay or guitar how-to books where they show they teach you to hold your hand like this, put the pick there, and then lock it with the thumb like this. And that is not very good advice because this is a sure way for you to lose your pick, especially when you start playing when you start strumming hard. Okay, so the way to hold the pick is kind of like picking up a piece of paper. So when you pick up a piece of paper, like let's see, or like this card right here. Okay, when you pick up a piece of paper, you do not pick it up like this, right? You pick it up with one finger and your thumb, and you hold it like that. Okay, and this is important because you have two opposing fingers holding onto the pick. You are not just using one finger to hold it against something, right? So you are actively holding it with two fingers. Sometimes you can use it with three fingers. Um, so take your pick and hold it like that, right? And that's the way I hold my pick. Okay. You can do the Van Halen thing, which is thumb and two fingers like this, right? But the idea is the same. You pick it up and use your digits to hold on to it. You don't lock it against something like this. Okay, right? So hold it like that. So from there, regardless of how you hold the pick, like Paul Gilbert like that, right? Or like Marty Friedman like this, or like Eddie Van Halen, it's always you're gripping it. You're not holding it against something, right? So there. So when you hold, okay, it's not this, it's not that. See, it's not that, but hold it with your fingers. So even if you hold it like this, which is kind of like Van Halen, or like this, Paul Gilbert, or Marty Friedman, right? The idea is the same. You hold it with fingers. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Okay. Sorcerer Mac, can you give us a tip on sweep picking? uh, I'm not a sweep picker, but I know something. Uh, probably the thing that you need to work on sweeping is to let your pick drop from string to string. So it's not, you're not doing this. Okay, you're going through the strings, even on the upstroke. Okay. So right now I'm strumming it, and you can hear the strings ring out, right? So the way to control that is with the left hand. So when you have a, wait, let me turn off the delay. Actually, let me go to clean sound. So actually, you can start with just 3 strings, okay? This shape. Okay. And the idea here is to articulate the notes. You're not doing, right? You are making each note separate from each other. And the way to do that is to lift your finger right after you pick it. And you can see my pick, I am dropping from one string to the next. Right? And then from there you can move on to more strings. Ah. Okay. And then the next thing you need to work on is how you can articulate the barred notes, right? So what I do is I roll my finger. So I start with this. It's not barred like that. So I roll my fingertip to the pad to the underside of the finger. So I start with the bent tip like that. Collapse the tip. And then pull my hand in. And I do the reverse on the descent. Okay. Then you can do that on all your fingers. Do that on the other strings. And so on. Then once you have worked that out, then you can add more notes to your left hand shapes. Ah. So you see, roll, roll. The shape I'm using is a regular A bar chord. But instead of playing it like that, you have to play the notes one at a time. Okay. Now the reason why I bar the third finger here is so that the pinky is free to stretch to reach for other notes. Okay. Ah. And then from there, build on those basics and start learning arpeggio shapes. Okay, so work on those things. RB, how much is your multi-effect guitar pedal, sir? This, let's see. Actually, it's like $6.99 or $7.99, I believe. Okay, I was way off. $849. $849. And it's available everywhere here in the US, like Guitar Center and Sweetwater and all that. Oh, I'm sorry, $649. Damn it, I can't read. $649. So it's not as bad as the other multi effects. Okay. $649. Dale Herman, any advice on sweaty hands for a guitarist? Keep a towel handy and then baby powder. Unfortunately, that's the only way. Some people use the roll-on deodorants under the anti-perspiration roll-on deodorants on their hands. So I mean, if you're comfortable trying that out, you can do that. I'm lucky I don't have sweaty hands. Yeah, but again, I live in a dry climate, so it's yeah. So yeah, try to it's weird, you know. You can get one of those Rexona bottles and rub your hand with it. It might work. Okay, but all my friends use baby powder. Okay, from Rauza. Sir Perf, do you have any tips on what to do or how to practice when your fingers hurt? Okay, when you are injured or when your fingers hurt, it doesn't it's not bad to take a break from the guitar. You can still practice away from the guitar. In fact, I'm going to do a video on this, on what to practice without the guitar in your hands. Mainly, the idea is to start visualizing, right? If you are trying to memorize a scale, let's say something simple like a A natural minor scale. If you're trying to memorize it, close your eyes and visualize the fretboard in your head and imagine your fingers going through the scale pattern, right? So right now in my head, I'm thinking 8th fret, first string, 8th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, second string, 8th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, third string, 7th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 4th string, 7th fret, 5th fret, stretch to the 3rd fret, then 5th string, same shape, 7, 5, 3, and then finally on the 6th string, 7, 5, and that is the root. I can add the 3, but I have to finish on the 5. So once you can visualize that, when your fingers are well enough to play again, you can try it out. Right? And that's another way for you to be more familiar with your instrument, because you don't have to like physically look at the neck for you to be able to find the notes and play it. Okay, so that's one way to do it. You can use that when you're trying to memorize song parts. You can listen to music and sort of try to visualize where the what the guitar is playing, even though you're not physically holding onto the guitar. Some of the songs that I play in cover bands and in sessions, that's how I learn the songs. I'd be driving in my car and going to the gig, and then I just listen and then sort of visualize what the guitar part looks like on the guitar. And it takes a little practice. You don't get it right away. You don't it doesn't come naturally. But the more you work on it, the easier it gets, and eventually you'll be able to learn a whole song just by listening and visualizing it. So that's what you can do. That's one of the things that you can do when you are not physically able to play a guitar, either if you're hurt or if you don't have a guitar in your hands. Okay, so yeah, work on that. Um, okay. Limal Rojas, Sir Perf, what can you recommend to me as a beginner at electric guitar? What are the things to learn? As a beginner, learn songs. Learn as much songs as you can, because the more songs you learn, the more chords you learn, the more licks you learn, the more riffs you learn. Okay. I have a video here on YouTube where I talk about my top 3 advice for beginner guitarists. So yeah, watch that. Okay. Earl John, how to sweep pick. I did a quick lesson earlier, so when this live stream is done, watch it again. Ajong TV, do you use A minor pentatonic when the song starts with A minor chord and ends in G major? Um, you can. It depends. It depends. If A minor feels like the home bass, then you use A minor because that feels finished. But if the song feels at home on G, then you use G major pentatonic or G major scale or something like. Let's see, what would be a better. See that feels like home, right? But if you just go, then you use A minor. So whatever feels like home, that is the key of the song. Can you play bebop scale? No, I'm not the jazz player. Um, ARBL. How much is your cheapest guitar, Sir Perf? Um, okay, the cheap. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. It's back there. The cheapest guitar I have right now is probably this vintage Ibanez that I rescued. I got it for like $200, and it came with a Gibson pickup, so which is like worth more than the guitar. So that was a good find. Yeah, that's it. Jeffrey Telmo, Axe FX, Headrush, Helix versus Kemper. Um, Amongst those that I've tried, the ones that I like the best are the Headrush and the Kemper. Okay, those are the ones I really liked. Okay, Ariel Azores, bakit mabibigat mga Les Paul style guitars? Um, dahil sa kahoy. Dahil the woods they used are mahogany. So those are usually like heavy woods, and that's why. Yeah, because of the wood. Okay, Tech April, lots of love from Nepal. Hello to all the Nepalese people watching my channel. Thank you so much for all the support. Uh, Carlo Martin Batica, Sir Perf, do you acknowledge the new band Four of Spades and their lead guitarist Blaster? I like them. They write very good songs, and they're very good players as well. Salde Caruana, Sir Perf, can you teach us easy scale for beginners? Um, Google pentatonic scales, because that will be the best way for you to learn it. Uh, what string did you use, sir, and do the solo part of 214? I answered it earlier. Curt Mangan strings, my signature set. So you know, look back to the video. Rewind this video once the live stream is done. Rosa, any tips for Battle of the Band song recommendations? Play the songs that you have the most fun with. I would go with that because instead of trying to impress people, I would focus on having a good time on stage because that translates to the audience reaction as well. James De Jesus, which would be a better option for someone starting out the pedals? TS9 or Tube Screamer Mini? They sound the same. So you can pick either one. The cool guy, Super, how to use Triads. Thank you. I have a video on Triads, how to use Triads and how I use them here on my channel. Go to the fingertips playlist. It's a fairly long video, like 25 minutes. I talk all about Triads there. Okay. Mundo. Paano nga ba yun? Dali ah. I want to loop this, but... But I have the hand, so what... dito na. Okay, that's enough. Okay, Jeffrey, tell me, what is your favorite wah and why? I like the wah and volume combinations because that is the most usable for me, and I like them within the pedal board. So there is the I use the hot one, vow press. I also use the what do you call it? The Moore. I forget the name. Free step. I think that's the name. And then if a standalone wah, I like the Vox V847. I also like the Dunlop Crybaby Mini. Okay. Let's see. It's Jakes. Where can I buy Curt Mangan strings in Manila? Go to Facebook and search Soundforge Manila. They carry Curt Mangan strings there. Okay. Message held for review. That's a beautiful guitar. Yes, thank you. It is a beautiful guitar. Okay. Can you play Kaleidoscope for it? I have it here. Actually, I'm gonna do a tutorial on this song. So watch out for that. Anyway, I'm gonna start winding this down. It's been over an hour, and I have to do other stuff. So thank you for joining me in this live stream. And then, yeah, my dog is barking for me now. So I will see you guys again soon. I have new videos coming out this week. One is coming out tomorrow night, which is a demo of the Gokko Angel Chorus. And then I have a jam with the Headrush pedal board as well coming out. And then maybe I'll work on a tutorial for next meeting. Okay, so again, if you are in the Dallas area, I will see you next week, May 3rd to May 5th. May 3rd, I'll be at Guitars and Growlers. May 4th, I will be in Bear Bay Seafood Kitchen. Okay, so let's end this with a jam. Let's see. Let's do the backing track for the Angel Chorus. Let's do that because I really like that song. Okay. So, final jam. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys again soon. Cheers. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye.